blessing to see people with their heads up to the sky still.
Joined by Edward Harrison and his entire beautiful, not the entire family, but his beautiful girls, and we're going to talk about Espresso Cafe, so coffee bar, sorry. Thank you so much for coming on the program. You want to introduce everybody for us?
Okay, yes. This is McKinley. This is Marley. This is Joy and Jasmine.
Welcome, everyone. I'm very familiar with the little ones. I think this is the first time that I've met your older two girls, so
Yes.
it's very nice to meet you.
Nice
Thank
to
you for
meet
coming
you.
on the program.
Thank you for having us.
Anytime, anytime. Obviously, Ed, anytime. You know that. So
Yes.
tell us about what's going on.
Well, with Espresso.
Yes.
Well, right now we are coming out of like a turbulent moment. You know, in the beginning, we were getting started. We run through, you know, your little, you know, turbulent moments. But this one was particularly turbulent. But out of all of that came, I learned about how much support that I actually had in the community, because and in my house, because between these two, I was literally on the verge of saying, forget it, I'm ready to close it down. Jasmine steps in and she just, you know, on her own, went over there without being paid anything and took over for 2 days where I was just down. And that continued, and then once we created and generated a little more momentum, Joy stepped in with, you know, her know-how and her expertise, and we're off to the races right now.
Okay. Well, I think that the staff you have there, they were willing to step up as well.
They stopped me. I actually went in to tell them to go start looking for another jobs because it didn't look like we were going to make it. When I was leaving, they stopped me and they cornered me and they told me, no, we love this place. We don't want it to close. And if we have to, we'll work for free until you get it to where you need. You can always pay us later, but we want to keep it open.
That's fantastic.
Now, here's my question. The 2 days when you said you were down, because, and I understand, I understand. When they approached you and cornered you, was that after the 2 days, and that brought you out, or how was the timing for that?
That was almost after the 2 days.
Okay.
Because after those 2 days, I went back in and it still didn't, you know, look good. You know, we had some coverage. Jasmine covered, so because we had a couple of events that took place at the same time, and I was short-staffed and things like that. Jasmine stepped in and she covered those hours and she created new contacts, new resources for us. But we were still, you know, it still didn't look good at the moment. So when I went in, was after those 2 days, and that's when they stopped me. And the things that she had put in place, and along with them volunteering to continue working, allowed us to start slowly, you know, crawling and grinding our way back. And then when Joy stepped in, I didn't ask her either. When she stepped in with her resources, and we put all of that into the coffee bar, things started moving.
Okay. Now, one of the reasons that I reached out to your dad and asked him, you know, maybe he wanted to bring you guys is because I follow you both on Facebook, and I just see like every other post of yours deals with Espresso. So I'm like, listen, you've got some amazing supporters there. If they're free, you might want to bring them. So I'll start with you, Joy. Talk to me a little bit about that. Thanks, Sarah McKinley. Thanks.
I have a mic, Mama.
I mean, Marley, I'm sorry.
So I have a background in events, I should say. But I guess growing up, my dad's always been supportive of us and every crazy venture that we've, you know, ever wanted to do. So, I mean, I think it was just the obvious thing to do is to support him the same way that he's supported us. And with my background and with my regular day-to-day work, I have gained several contacts. So I just start coming up with ways and ideas for us to pick up momentum, for us to get a buzz, for other people that may have not known about the coffee bar to just come by and see us. So,
Was it the same for you, Jasmine?
Is she mic'd?
It was.
Yeah, they're both mic'd, yeah.
A little different. Me, see, I was working my regular job, and I was also doing music. So, because I do music, and I had to make a decision between my regular job and my music. And I'm like, okay, now I don't have a job. But then I was having a conversation with my dad, and I was so upset. And then we both looked at each other like, oh, well, maybe that's a blessing in disguise, because our head girl had to quit. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go to the coffee shop. And I just wanted to put like a younger feel and twist on it, because, you know, transitioning into his business from the previous owners is two different atmospheres. So we wanted it to feel like us. So I wanted the workers to be comfortable with and the customers to be comfortable. So I kind of went in there and just transferred the atmosphere a little bit.
So there's a book club that meets there, I think?
But today was their first day.
Okay. And whose initiative was that?
So that's the connection I made with Vanity Constance. She has a book club, so they'll be meeting there every fourth Sunday. So it's a virtual book club, and then there'll be the physical meeting space will be at the Espresso Coffee Bar. So every Sunday from 1 to 3, they'll be meeting there, and anyone's welcome to visit.
Yes. So go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask the girls, Finley, Marly, did you want to talk about anything? You have the mic, so if you wanted to share anything. Because I think the cocoa, the hot chocolate, is very good there. I don't know if you've had that yet. But then I think one of Joy's friends had something called hibiscus tea or something. Mm-hmm. So I think I wanted to try that too. Have you ever had that? Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of a grown-up drink, I think. But the hot chocolate is for us, for everybody. Yeah.
So what do you try? Tell them what you like.
What's your favorite thing at the coffee shop?
You need to think about it?
Yes.
Okay, that's okay. Marly, do you know what you like?
What you like at the coffee shop?
I like because we get to have muffins and we get drinks.
Yeah, that's all we really need is muffin and drinks. Okay,
Yeah,
Ed?
she always tells me to bring a muffin home.
What were you going to ask?
So y'all have the book club. So let's say someone else wanted to come and have something there.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a fee? Do they contact you? Who do they contact?
So I'll be taking care of that, and the email address to inquire about like meeting space or special events, intimate events. It will be the Espresso Bar Wilm WILM @gmail.com, and I can kind of go through what they're looking for, the specifics, how many people, you know, what the menu would be if we would create a special menu or if we would have the full menu. So it'll just be a conversation to figure out exactly what the needs are.
And it's not just, you know, the coffee and the muffins and stuff like that.
No.
I saw the chicken soup, the chicken noodle soup that was posted the other day, and I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah, we have chicken corn chowder soups. We have
Chicken
white
chili.
bean chicken chili soups. We
Tomato
have
Tomato
basil.
the
basil.
best tomato soup I've ever tasted.
And I don't eat tomato soup, but I did, and it was really good.
And everything is all natural.
Everything's
Okay.
all natural,
Gluten-free.
gluten-free, and it's all homemade. And you can only get it at Espresso. 'cause
Okay.
The cook, she makes it specifically for us.
I have a friend of mine, well, Dwayne and I were going to stop by. I went there. I was going to stop by with Dwayne, but then another friend who used to do the program with me, Terry, she and I are going to get together, and I'm like, well, we have to go to Espresso. So, and she's like,
Obviously.
fine, I like hot chocolate, so we're going to be stopping by probably this week sometime.
Great.
So, but one more thing before we go. I know that this is something that you started with some friends together, but I know, Ed, you mentioned on the Christmas program that it's more than just a quote-unquote business, that you are also trying to teach a lesson, to show something. So could you talk about that just a bit?
That's one of the reasons why this was like so important to me, and why it was so disheartening to even think that we were going to lose this, because through obtaining this business, you know, I do a lot of work with youth,
Right.
building bulls. They were watching me. They're always watching me. And for them to see somebody like me come from the same neighborhoods that they came from, and to own a coffee shop in an area, in that particular area, that corporate environment, it was like, sort of like, wow, we can do this. We can do this too. So that aspect of it is probably the most important aspect of it to me. just to be that example. So it's not just, I'm not just teaching them and telling them, oh, you could be this or you could be anything you want. I'm showing them that you can be. So that's the big thing for me.
Yeah, and I think, Ed, also that
Sit back, baby.
that all of this, the whole picture, that business is not always going to just be, profit, 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 profit. That's fantastic. Obviously, that's the goal. But there are going to be struggles and trials along the way.
Yes.
So the boys from Building Bulls are watching, but they're seeing the whole process. They're seeing that there's going to be a struggle, and what are you going to do in the middle of that struggle? How are you going to behave? How are you going to react? And make sure that you have created the relationships and the bonds along the way, so that when the struggles and the trials do come up, you have people to support you.
Yeah, but you know something I realized, what you said, you are showing them a lot, but two key things also that you're showing them, you probably didn't mention, and when I was saying, when we say prayer, I would say the same thing, faith and family.
Yeah.
And that's something that a lot of these young men is probably watching. That's something else they might see also. Because when you had your downtime, it was family that just stepped in and did what they wanted to do. And that took a lot of faith from leaving the job, other connections, and even the little ones just supporting you, probably giving you that hug when you need it. Faith and family. I see that. Now, you said you what's the music?
Jasmine.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what jump
Jasmine's
around.
a great singer.
You're a singer, so you know
Yes.
you got to come back, right?
She
We
has
got-
a
Video, it's really good.
I ain't see it.
That's because
Yeah.
you don't stalk people like I do. You need to step up your stalking game.
Oh!
See, you don't even know how to act. That's a nice song, Jasmine. I like it.
I
That's
need
nice.
some water with that one.
So what he's trying to say is, and I've been meaning to invite you to come onto the
yes.
program, separate and apart from this, but we would love to have you come on sometime. and talk about
Anytime,
it.
just let me know.
Yeah. I'll show you the video later.
Yeah, I got to step up my. Yeah, right. I got to step up.
How can you not have seen it? Ed was posting it too. He was like, "This is my daughter. She's doing her own thing."
But I really don't scan through Facebook as much, as I should.
You need to work less and be on social media more. That's what you need to do. You work too hard. You need to sit here and do this more. That's what you need to do. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
no, I do. I get some young people help me out. Come on, put it on the right side so I can see it.
But I want to, girls, anything else you want to add? Did you want to? Oh, go ahead, dear heart.
Something that I did today.
Tell me. We would love to
I
hear.
had a competition today, and my team won second place, and I had a medal.
You did. Now, are you a gymnast? You're a gymnast, right?
Yes.
That's fantastic. Congratulations. That's really, really good.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. Sometimes your mom posts pictures of you doing gymnastics on, so I've seen those too. And I've seen you doing, did you do handstands with her or something?
I did one.
Does it scare you how much I see?
See?
But I'm looking at it, I'm like, is he doing a handstand with her?
See, I ain't
She
see all that.
challenged me. She told me
She's
she
very
could do it
competitive.
Challenges the
better
whole
than
house.
Pop-Pop, so
Well, I'm
I
just
had to show
saying.
her I could do
I saw a video the other day of a girl, a big girl in college doing an Olympic, a gymnastics routine, and I'm like, that's Marley. Marley's going to be better than that. So I'm glad. I was kind of wondering because
That's right. Told you, family.
I saw you still look like you still have your competition gear on, so I was
Yeah.
kind of wondering. Yeah. Well, congratulations. Did you bring your medal, or do you have it with you, or no?
No.
No? Well, congratulations anyway. We're very happy. Very,
Thank
very
you.
happy.
Yeah, she won.
I do two things. I do acting class and I do dance class. And dance class yesterday, we went up to the wall and did splits on there.
Really? Don't you do, and again, this is embarrassing, okay? I'm very sorry I
see?
know this, but don't you do basketball?
I used to.
Okay.
She said you used to?
She used to do basketball.
You don't want
yeah.
to mess up them nails, right?
Well, she's, you gotta, whatever. She can do whatever she wants. They can do whatever they want, right? Splits are hard, aren't they?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
See?
When you get older, splits are hard. But that's great. I'm glad you had a good day. And I'm glad you're taking acting classes. That's fun.
And when we play red light, green light, when our teacher turns around, we can't blink.
Okay. I remember that game. So do you guys think you're going to have your juice stand again this year?
Yes.
Because that was really good juice.
It's
Okay.
homemade too.
It's homemade too.
Might as well put it in the cafe.
And it has strawberry infused water. They do a good job. It's delicious.
Thank you.
I had fun. So,
We might have to come do a live show there.
yeah, I
A
think
tape.
so. I
Yeah.
think we need to do
Yeah,
some
tape.
stuff.
That would be
yeah.
really good.
That would be really great.
Come do a tape. That way we can air it in the middle and, you know, take up a good amount of the time.
Well,
Yeah.
I want to thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did want to mention, so I have my organization called The Mommy Connection, which you can follow on Instagram. It's The Mommy Connection. And I'm working on a pop-up shop at the Espresso Coffee Bar next Saturday, hopefully from 1 to 4. I'll be working with a few other women in the community, other moms who have businesses, who are entrepreneurs. So you'll be able to come shop. You'll be able to come get some coffee, smoothies, tea. So that's again next Saturday, the second, from 1 to 4 p.m.
Now,
Can you give them the address and the contact phone number just in case some of the new viewers or viewers might not know?
The address is 1201 North Market Street. The phone number is 302-656-3302. That's the number to the shop. But you can reach out and contact Joy if you're looking to book an event or anything like that. You can get
Oh, my cell phone number, sure.
I give it more.
Yeah, so it's 302-293-7701. That's my cell phone number. And again, the email address to inquire is the Espresso, The Espresso Coffee Bar, Wilm, WILM.
And Joy, don't you did you have a vision boards event at?
So I
Okay.
had my 3rd annual vision board party at the Espresso Bar, and then I'll be doing another one at the the YWCA for the shelter, the women there. So that's something I do annually, and I'll be looking to do that at the coffee bar every year as well.
That's fantastic. All right. Well, like we said to Dave earlier, and your dad obviously knows this, but you guys can come on anytime that you have anything that you want to talk about or share with the city. Just contact me on Facebook, or my cell phone number's in there. Just let me know. You guys can come back whenever you want. Okay.
But
Thank
just turn
you.
on Facebook. You know she watching. So,
Just say, hey, Shauna, we're doing this.
oh, then she looking at me. You know she watching. I'm not gonna.
Well, thank you guys all for coming on. Thanks, Ed.
Thank
you.
you.
Together